from the mother city where the mountains rise. Capped on and sheer under sapphire skies. Legends are born in the shadow of Table Bay. They lace up their boots and take the field to play. The Stormers strike, the thunder roars. Try after try, they open the doors. Champions of the Western Cape, rugby's heartbeat takes its shape. Ruinell running like the wind. Dion Ford tackles with a champion's grin. Brian Habana's speed leaves the world behind. They build the legends brick by grind. Super Rugby to the URC. Stormers carve their history. Stormers strike, the thunder roars. Try after try, they open the doors. Champions of the Western Cape, rugby's heartbeat takes its shape. Ignite. Western Cape under stadium lights. South Africans lead with heart and trade. Rugby kings with their skills displayed.
Hey folks, welcome back to the program. It's Chris live in central Pennsylvania. Hey folks, welcome. All right, there we go. It is time for URC action once again. This is a big one. Titanic Derby from Loftus Versfeld. The Stormers, 8-0 to start the season, have lost 3 consecutive, 2 to the Sharks, shockingly 1 to the Lions, which that's not a surprise given how the Lions are playing. But the Sharks suck, so really disappointing to see them lose to them. So let's go ahead and get over here. I need to get something in focus here. There we go. We're about ready to get started. Got my feed. That's good news. Let's take a look at the lineups here for the Bulls at home at Loftus. Pretty good crowd on hand. Coach John Dobson for the Stormers. David Krill, fullback. Sebastian de Klerk on the right wing. Kanan Moody, Harold Forster in the center. Kurtley Arnse is back on the left wing. Andre Pollard at the fly half. Ambrose Papier at scrum half. Jean-Andre Rudolph, Elric Lowe, Marcel Coetzee, who's the captain. Ruan Norkia, Ruan Vermaak, Wilco Lowe, Johan Gerbelaar, and Gerhard Steenkamp. In the replacement off the bench, Jan-Hendrik Wesels, Shaquani, Morney Smith, Cobus Visa, Nizam Carr, Marco van Staden, Escom, Paul DeVet, and Willy LaRue. For my Stormers, Warwick Galant at fullback, Suleiman Hatzenbeck on the right wing, Ron Nels the captain, and Damien Willemsen in the center. Leon Zas on the left wing, Sasha Feinberg, Ungum Zulu at the fly half, Stefan Unger, Marcel Tunnison, Ben Jason Dixon, Dion Fourie is back. He's back after a long injury. J.D. Schickerling, Andre Smith, Neithling Fouché, Andre Hugo Venta, and Ntukum Kuno in the front row. Off the bench, J.J. Kotza, Vernon Matonga, Sazi Sandi, Paul de Villiers, Haichive Diamani, Imad Khan, Jonathan Roche, and Wandasili Similani. Marco van Staden coming out for his 100th cap with his wife and 2 kids. 100th cap as a Bull. Wow. Has he been around that long? Coming out on the pitch right now as I speak with his wife and kids. Wow. It's been that long. Wow, 100th cap. That's amazing. Big crowd on hand for the west side of the stadium. Looks pretty darn full. And seats filled up in a lot of the rest of the stadium. I don't know what the attendance is going to be today. It's going to be well over 20, 25,000, maybe 30,000 or more. And here come the rest of the Bulls coming out, led by Marcel Coetzee, who is the captain. Well, this should be a good one. Let's hope the Stormers have found their form. They've slidden from first down to sixth position on the table with those 3 consecutive losses and are jeopardy of falling out of playoff contention. With an 8-3 record, the Lions are nipping on their heels with a 6-5 record. Yep. The Bulls find themselves. So the Bulls, Lions, and Stormers, Lions, and Bulls 6th, 7th, 8th position right now. But the Stormers and Bulls will play 1 game less than the Lions. So let's see what happens here. Bulls a 6-5 record. Marius van der Westhuizen is the referee. Morning Ferreira, Griffin Colby on the sidelines. And Marius Jonke is the TMO. The teenage high school cheer section leaving the pitch. And we're about ready to get started here from Loftus Versfeld. Gerry Skeppers and Kobus Wiese providing the Afrikaans. And Kaya Molotana doing the Kosse commentary. Skalkberger in the booth for color commentary. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stormers coming from your left to right. And the whistle blows, and we are underway at Loftus Versfeld. Not quite yet. Sasha Feinberg-Ungwenzulu kicks it. He holds on to it for 7 seconds after whistle blows. Ball goes all the way inside to 22. Is taken there by Jean-Dre Rudolph, who's tackled pretty quickly by the Stormers wearing the ridiculous hoop jerseys, pretending they're Western Province. Paul DeVette kicks it up over the top. And so DeVette gets to start, not Ambrose Papia. What happened there? So, interesting that it's DeVette. Stormers have the ball at the... That's dug out there by Stefan Unger. Kicked down inside, just outside of 22. Caught by Kurtley Arnsey. And taken there by Creel. Kick forward, chases on. Who's going to get it? And it's Unger who gets it. And he's bundled into touch by the Bulls. Nice job there by Harold Forster driving Stefan Unger into touch. Good start for both sides here. Well played to get us underway. 1 minute into the contest. Harold Forster yet to get his call up as a Springbok. Is it going to happen? Jean-Dre Rudolph comes over for a line out, give instructions. And Super Sports screen just went blank. Surprise, surprise. Well, I can't see once again. Terrible Super Sport. A ball gets thrown in. Marcel Coetzee tackled. So it looks like the Bulls came away with it. Call to use it already as DeVette digs it out of the back. There's Dion Ferree. Let's see if he lasts more than 2 or 3 minutes this time. Last time he got injured pretty quickly. Kurtley Arnsey gets the high ball, and the Bulls retain possession on the Stormers side of the pitch. Over to the center, ball bounces over there to Kanan Moody. I don't recall calling Kanan Moody's name. Where did he? There he is. Oh my goodness, Sebastian de Klerk bouncing off of Sasha Feinberg-Ungwenzulu. Ball strips loose there. Oh, nice handoff. Brilliant stuff. Elric Lowe now with the ball. Westhouse says, thanks for the Bulls jersey. You're welcome. Thank you for the 1,000 Rand super chat. We got a penalty advantage here now. They're playing the number 9. There's Creel up the middle. Here comes Kanan Moody's on the loose. He threw it forward. That's not going to be a try to Kurtley Arnsey. That has to be forward pass. That has to be a forward pass. He threw that across the pitch about 5 meters forward. Kurtley Arnsey, but they need to look at that. They need to look at that. Let me see it again. So Moody throws that from there. That's a forward pass. Yeah, that's definitely a forward pass. Well, it's a nice pass, though. .242. Yep, we're going to refer it for a forward pass. Oh, we're going to go back before the forward pass and look to see if it was knock-on. So we're going to go see if there's a knock-on at the breakdown. Thank you, Westhouse, for the 1,000 Rand Super Chat. I did say I'd wear the Bulls jersey for the first half and the Stormers jersey for the second half. Something I used to do, but I became more partisan as the Stormers limped into an 8-0 record. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, it's a knock-on.
And the ball touches his hand.
And goes forward.
And then it goes forward. So, Maurice, that is a knock-on in my view.
Yep. It was a knock-on. That sucks because it was a hell of a drive. Nice try by the Bulls.
Okay, so there I see it coming off the boot of a player, but then it touches the hand there.
Yep. Yep. That'll be a scrum to the Stormers. Sasha Feinberg-Unguzul needs to be careful. He went with a no-arms tackle, shoulder charge.
Okay.
Didn't get called for it.
It does come off the boot, but what I missed was that it actually touches the hand of number 9 of the Bulls, so it's a knock-on Stormers ball.
Stormers gets a reprieve.
No try. No try. Yeah, the penalty came after the knock-on. Okay, just explain to him, not for cons, that the knock-on was before the penalty. Tactical infringement, yep. Tough break for the Bulls. Looked like they were going to roll up there very quickly. Shame. All right. Stormers get lucky there. Sometimes better to be lucky than good. Their defense was exposed once again as porous. Pack weight's 936 for the Bulls, 912 for the Stormers. Crouch. Bind. Dion Furry back out there. Set. Oh, that's how this. Oh, a penalty against the Stormers, but the Bulls were wheeling. Wow, looked to me like the Bulls were wheeling, but apparently the Stormers tight head, I don't know if he dropped to the ground or what. So penalty against the Stormers. Bulls win a big scrum, first of the game. Pollard kicks to the corner, so Bulls. Oh, he overcooked it. Overcooked it and kicked it straight through the try zone. So Pollard off to a bad start. Oh, I see it's on this side. Yep, that was definitely against the Stormers. Couldn't see it from the other side. Pollard kicks it directly through the try zone. So the Bulls already, 2 mistakes, a knock-on and kicking through. So the Stormers, strangely, they get an option here. They choose the scrum after getting burnt on the last scrum. Seems odd to me they would want to do that and give the Bulls another chance. And Crouch. Oops, I got the wrong score up. Sorry, guys. I just realized that. Nobody noticed that except me? Yeah, I see that. Really, I see that. Wrong scoreboard. Set. Yep, I'll fix that now. And whistle blows. Okay, gives me time to reset the score. Sorry about that. I just noticed that that is a wrong score. That's for the later game. I'll be darned, yes. Come on. Here we go. Wasn't stable. Thank you, Sumari, for your membership. There we go. Now we got it. All right. Yeah, Sumari, I got a big super chat yesterday, and it was a Bulls fan, so I figured I'd wear my Bulls jersey to start with. I used to be more balanced and wear both, but over time it just becomes headache to change jerseys during the game. Crouch. Bind. Set. And here they're wheeling again. And another penalty against the Stormers. And the Bulls get it right back. 6 minutes in now. Collapsing on that far side, the prop. And this time Pollard keeps it in play, but only out to about the 16-meter line. So we have Bulls line out 16 meters from the Stormers' try line. Yeah, you can see it here. He collapsed. Line out is unchallenged. They come down with it. Ruin for Mock. They go to the short side. Marcel Coetzee. Jean-Andre Rudolph, 5 meters, 4 meters, 3 meters. That ball came loose. And Norkia has it. Oh, he lost it forward. And the Bulls lose it forward again. Another mistake. But the Stormers, their scrum is failing them. So from 5 meters out, they're going to have to scrum here. Okay, the Water Girl's coming on giving Neethling Fouché some instructions about... Neethling Fouché's game has really gone down. He's had lots of scrum trouble for the past couple months. So 7 minutes, 3 seconds of the contest. Clock has stopped and medical treatment for one of the Stormers. Welcome to the nearly 70 people here at the moment. Yeah, Dion Fourie caused that knock-on. Great work by Dion Fourie. Well done by Dion Fourie there to upset that as the Bulls were driving. So he's talking to the props right now about more stability in the scrum. That's funny. I'm watching the TV. There's TV inside the studio, and I can see as it comes up several seconds behind the live feed. Time on. 7:07 clock is ticking. Big crowd at Loftus today, as there usually is to this North-South derby. Crouch. Bind. Set. Ball goes in. This time the Stormers hold, at least initially. And now the Stormers win a penalty on the scrum. Wow. What a change. What a turnabout. They needed that to get out of the shadow of their goal. Standing up at the scrum. So that time the Stormers knuckled down after losing a couple scrums in a row. So Sasha Feinberg-Ungwazulu, who's living dangerously, will kick this one. Let's see if he finds touch. He does. And so Stormers clear their try line and move it out to around the 10-meter line. 8 minutes into the contest. Scoreless game thus far. Tukum Kunu held up that time. Yep. All right, so about the 45-meter line. And it'll be a line out here from Andre Hugo Fenta. Fenter throws it in, and it's challenged, but they come down with it. Audrey Smith over to Sasha, who kicks it high into there. The chase is on. Several Stormers give chase. In the middle, it looks like Gelant or Vimsen. Oh, wow. Sebastian Clerc gets it off to Kane and Moody. Curtly Arnsey on the near side. Arnsey dances around like a bumblebee. Over midfield, he gets it back to Norkia, who loses it forward. Oh, my goodness. Boy, dancing like a bumblebee. Curtly Arnsey, his magic is back. Ron Norkia with his second knock-on. That, to be fair, was tough. Very difficult pass to him. 9 minutes off the clock now. Still a scoreless game. Scrum to the Stormers. Kurt Lee he threw it a little bit high. And Norkia had it. He bobbled it. Couldn't quite secure it. Damon Willems put the hit on him, and the tackle's made. It results in a knock-on. Lost forward by the Bulls. 9:15 in the contest. Moody and Arnte looking deadly so far. Those wings are they're looking more like the Stormers' wings are supposed to look. Hotzenberg and Zas are non-existent in this game thus far. My goodness. Here we go. Crouch. Bind. Set. There's a change on the outside here. Dion Free switched sides. Stormers, Sasha is going to kick it straight into touch. Yeah, that's a mistake. What's with the fly halves? Neither one of them can keep the ball in play. A big smile on his face. Dude, stop smiling. Start playing better. You don't get to live off your laurels here. Just because you played brilliantly for the Springboks, you're playing like crap for the Stormers. That was a terrible kick. Now 10 minutes off the clock. Mistakes being made by both sides. Herbelaar throws it in. Stolen by the Stormers. Knocked backwards. Picked up back there by Zas. And Dion Ferry with a big carry up the middle. Picks up about 15 meters. Oh, nice handoff there. Brilliant work into the hands of Marcel Tennyson. It went backwards. Sasha just gets that away. Near side chases on. Hotzenberg is there. It's knocked back, knocked forward by, and the Stormers come away with it. Ruanel gets it back to Fenta inside at 22. He's tackled there. Bulls not rolling away. Stormers now in attack position. Marcel Tennyson with another carry inside the 22. DeVet over the middle. He's got Willemse. Willemse's tackled. The ball squirts out. Oh, goes to the wing run now. Outside. There it goes. Hutchinson can he get there? He did. Oh, my goodness. What a try. What a try. Stormers strike. Oh, my goodness. Suleiman Hotzenberg tiptoes down the sideline as they try to tackle him. His 16th career try in URC action. Wow. Hotzenberg. Let's see it again. Oh, nope, no try. No try. No try. No try. No try. That right boot just caught the paint. Clearly in touch lineup. Ooh, tough break for Hotzenberg. I thought in real time it looked like none of the boots went into touch, but then you could see it on the replay. Clearly that right boot caught it. He was tiptoeing sideways. Oh my goodness. Stormers poured it on there. So we've had 2 disallowed tries here. Line out unchallenged. Bulls have it inside their 5-meter line. There goes Kotsia. He's tackled 7 meters out. Call to use it. Here comes the kick by Pollard from the try zone. He'll find touch. My goodness. Lots of excitement, but big goose eggs up on the scoreboard here, 12 and a half minutes in. This is proving to be the kind of derby we expect it to be, but the scoreboard's not showing it. 12:37, here comes the line out now for the Stormers from the 24-meter line. Unchallenged. Over the middle. Unger gets it over to Damon Willemse. Willemse tackled outside the 22. And there's Fenta. Boy, there's Bulls all over it. That's going to be poached. Stolen. But that was knocked on. And here comes Kurtley Arnse outside Elric Lowe. Lowe on the outside to Paul DeVet charging up the pitch. Here comes DeVet past midfield. Cuts back inside. And he's tackled there by Hotzenberg. Stormers get up the defense now. Nordkia, he's tackled very quickly. Pollard goes out to Declerc. Declerc breaks through. He throws it wide. Jandre Rudolph grabs with one arm. Jandre Rudolph is rumbling, bubbling down the sidelines. Forward pass to Creel. And then Sasha keeps it in play. That slows things down. Feinberg Ungumzula kicks it all the way back to the 22. Where it's gathered in back there by Pollard. He's got all day long. He finally brings it out. He kicks it high. Oh, he's taken out in the air. Oh, that was kind of weak. Going to get a penalty on that. That was wicked. Audrey Smith took him out in the kick. We got a penalty for offsides. No arms tackle. But why are we coming all the way up there? Oh, yeah, that was definitely a late tackle, Audrey Smith. That was cheap. He was never going for the ball either. That could be a card, to be quite honest. He was never going for the ball. He just went and took him out. So the Bulls get to move all the way up the pitch. I don't really understand that. You're going to get a card on that. Yep. That's a card, I told you. Yep, no doubt about that. That was a card. Yeah, never attempt to charge it down. It's pretty obvious. Yellow card to Audrey Smith at 14:20. Stupid decision. Stupid decision. Skalkberger doesn't think it should have been a yellow card. I disagree. It was a cheap shot. So Skalk doesn't agree with it. Ball's kicked into the corner now. And the Bulls now got a rolling maul, but it's not rolling anywhere. At the back, they pull it out. And then lose it forward. Again, they can't pull the hand off. The vet can't get the ball out of there. And the Bulls turn it over. I'll give the Stormers time to kill this card. Already a minute almost gone. And now we've got a player down. It's, oh, come on, not Dion Faria again. Injured. He's getting treatment. Come on. That's the last thing we need is Dion Faria injured again. Yeah, Dion Faria is the one that broke that up again. We cannot afford to lose Dion Faria. He's playing so brilliantly. How y'all doing out there? Bulls by 7, says Peter van Wyk. I forget what my prediction was. I've got Scotland winning, hopefully. That's more of a prayer than a hope. Scotland needs a bonus point victory today. He's telling both sides, if you want a penalty on the scrum, make sure you get dominance. There's the head shed upstairs. Time back on, 8:44 on the yellow card. 15:38 in the contest. Set. Stefan Unger puts in a big shove from the Bulls. They get it out, though. Sasha releases that ball. Where's it going to go? Into touch, and it'll be a Bulls line out. But where's the mark going to be? That looks like a much better job by Feinberg Ugumzulu. He's talking to both sides again as they walk up the pitch about the scrum. Lots of problems in that scrum for both teams. 16 minutes off the clock. Bulls line out from the Stormers 42. Too much of the game being played on this end of the pitch. That one's challenged again by the Stormers, and they steal it again. Andre Hugafenta driving forward. That ball pops backwards, picked up back there. J.D. Schickerling carries it forward back to the 10-meter line. Stormers now need to put some pressure on. Kill some of this clock down a player because Audrey Smith's stupid yellow card. Ball's carried forward there by Marcel Tennyson. He's tackled. Call to use it. Stefan Unger is going to boot it away. Doesn't go very far. About 10 meters. It's knocked backwards. Backwards the other direction. So we got a double knock on. Knock on by the Stormers first. It'll be the Bulls scrum. And that'll kill another minute off that yellow card. Could go worse for the Stormers right now. Scoreless game.
Happens again, it will be a penalty.
Sea of blue in attendance today at Loftus Fansfeld.
So a little bit of information there from the official. Oh my goodness. So Marius van de Westhuizen giving instructions to both teams. This will be a scrum on the Bulls side. To the Bulls. Crouch. Behind. Set. Bulls come away with it. They kick it down the pitch. Going to be inside. Wow, what a kicker by Jean-Andre Rudolph. Boy, Jean-Andre Rudolph really has become quite the specialist at booting that ball down the pitch for the big guy in the middle. Wow. That is a 50-22. I'll be darned. Andre Rudolph gets the Bulls way deep in Stormers territory with a 50-22 as he was being tackled, no less. What a great job. My goodness. That was incredible. Galant sitting back there lollygagging cost the Stormers possession. And once again, the Bulls are threatening 7 meters out. Norkia comes down with it. Now they're into a maul. Here come the Bulls. Here they come. Now that thing is going all wonky. How can they even still be a legitimate maul? But now down to 2 meters and a penalty advantage, and it's going to be a penalty try. And another card. Yep. Ben Jason Dixon gets a yellow card. Wow. Wow, that's not good. And a penalty try. Wow. It's because Warwick Galant was sleeping back there and not chasing that ball down, and now we have 2 yellow cards. Wow. Ben Jason Dixon gets... I got the time down wrong for the other one. The other one was 14:20. Wow. So 7-0 on the penalty try. So first try is a penalty try. 7-0. Stormers down to 13 men now. Now they're in trouble. And here come the Bulls. All the way up to midfield. Bulls got something going here. Kick it across to the right wing. It's going to bounce into touch. Tough bounce right over Sebastian de Klerk's hand, outstretched hand. It's a good kick, but he's a little too short for that bounce. 2 yellow cards. And the Stormers are in deep trouble now. Deep trouble now. Not a good half going on here. Suleiman Hatzamek chased him down. That ball's actually lost forward. No call on that. 20 minutes in now. Bulls lead. They essentially win the first 20 minutes of the game. Stormers line out on the far side of the pitch. They're looking gassed. Down 2 players. Andre Hugafenta to throw it in. It's knocked backwards by the Bulls, but secured by Stefan Unger. Tennyson cuts back the other direction. Called to use it. Kicked over the top by Unger. Knocked backwards. And picked up by Leyland Zas. He's on the loose. He's got help over the middle, but it's clogging up. Lots of defenders in there. Inside the 22 are the Stormers. Picked up by Unger. Andre Hugafenta. Fenter down to about 7 meters. Ball's available. They come wide now. Oh, there it is on the outside. It's a forward pass. Forward pass by the Stormers. And it's then Sasha Feinberg Ungwazula runs his mouth. He runs his mouth. And then they get a penalty called on him. Unbelievable. Sasha Feinberg Ungwazula runs his mouth because he doesn't like the call, and they call a penalty against the Stormers. My goodness. He called Roy Nell over, told him to shut Sasha up. So we nearly scored a try, and now the Bulls going to have the ball around their 10-meter line because Sasha Feinberg Ungwazula just can't contain himself again. He's already done a no-arms tackle, didn't get called. That is marginal. That was marginal, but you don't run your mouth to the officials. Line out successful. So the Stormers, instead of scoring down 2 players, now they've got the Bulls with the ball again. And Wilco Low with his first carry. He's tackled. Ball's available. Stormers down 2 players here. Kicked over the top. Chase is on. It's a very slow chase by the Stormers, but finally, where Kalant gets there. Hands it off to Fente. Fente. Underhooger Fente is tackled. Stefan Unger to Neethling Fouché, who's grabbed around the neck for the tackle. Penalty advantage for not rolling away. Stormers playing an advantage here. So the advantage over as Sasha kicks it away. And Curtin Arance secures it over to Pollard. Back to the middle to Creel. Creel's going to send it down the pitch. That ball's right into the arms of Sasha. He runs up to midfield, kicks it in the air, gives chase to his own chip. And that ball goes picked up by, knocked on by the Bulls. Yep. Offsides. So he comes over to Sasha. He says, "You're a role model for millions of young kids, so don't be doing that." Sasha apologized. They're going to go for the post. That'll kill some more clock. So Sasha apologized to the official. Maybe someone had a little conversation with him. Yeah. Players were offside definitely here. So Sasha with his first kick of the game. Chance to get the Stormers on the board. At this stage, we're not even going for bonus point victories, just victories. After an 8-0 start, they're 8-3 now. He's going to miss that wide left by a wide margin, not even close. No points for the Stormers, but that did kill another minute off the clock. So we should be down to, should get 1 player back. And there he comes. Andre Smith comes back. So we're down to just 1 yellow card now. We're down to 1 yellow card now. Bulls with the ball. Kanan Moody comes wide outside. He's got Forster to Kurtley Arance sprinting down the sideline. He cuts back inside. Tackle there. Brilliant tackle by J.G. Schickerling. Forward pass. Forward pass by the Bulls. Scrum to the Stormers. 25-29, not exactly a high-scoring contest. We kind of expected. See, the Bulls have a 64% win projection right now. No, discipline is poor. Just told somebody not all head contact is foul play. Not sure what the Bulls are upset about. They're looking at something in the booth. So Dion Ferree was concerned, I think, about being hit in the head. Scrum to the Stormers. Eating more time off the clock. See if the Stormers can hold on a little bit longer here. Crouch. Fine. Set. And a big push from this. Oh, push back the other way. Stormers are held up. Now they get it out of there. Warwick Halant, or is it Damon Willemse? Willemse with the carry. Oh, nice. Audrey Smith. Bulls defense was right there. Call to use it from Stefan Unger. He does. Kicks it over the top. Chase is on. Hudson-Bag. And it's knocked on, I believe, by the Stormers, but no call. Yeah, it was knocked on. Jumping for the ball, advantage for the knock-on. Never heard that. So it'll be a Bulls. So I don't understand. Oh, that was good. The first one was good. It's the second one. So they're moving the spot. I'm trying to figure out where he's going. 27-28 in the game. All right, here we go. Oh, come on. 27-55. Down to about a minute left on that yellow card for the penalty try. Jason Dixon. Set. And that one is early engagement by the Bulls, so it's going to be a free kick to the Stormers. Let's see what they do with it. Yep, clear movement going forward. So Sasha kicks it high into the air. Down to around the 22. Who's going to get this? Ball bounces, picked up by Nordkia inside of 22, met immediately by Hotzenbag and Willemse. Paul DeVet. Vilcolo. He's tackled. So that is the end of the yellow card. So next stoppage, we should be back to full strength for the Stormers. DeVet. No charge down. Into touch. Okay, that should get us full strength now. Should be at full strength. I'm going to turn the yellow card off. Jason Dixon's back on the pitch. Full strength for the Stormers. They weather that. Down 2 players for much of that, about 7 minutes of that time. They gave up no points during the 7 minutes. They were only at 13 players. So that's a good sign. Now it's time to start scoring. Inside Bulls territory, almost 30 minutes off the clock. And the Bulls do not challenge it, seriously. Willemse goes wide on the outside. He's got help out there to Hunt, who throws it. Leyland Zas. Zas is on the loose. Leyland Zas places the ball. There's the ball. They finally get it out. Andre Hugafenta does a dummy. He goes forward. Stormers down about 8 meters away. Nice move there by Marcel Tunnison, doing the hard work as usual. Ruck is formed, 5 meters out. Oh, nice run! Damien Willemse just walks right through there. What happened? What happened there? 30:06, and the Stormers score. Well, that was too easy. His 12th try. My goodness. Gee, many crickets. The Bulls just standing around. It's going to be easy conversion here for Sasha Feinberg Ngumzulu. So Stormers score. Should be an easy conversion. It is 7-7 at 31 minutes. Wow. Just like that. Just like that. Well, it's turned out to be a good game despite the errors by both sides. 30 minutes off the clock now, 7-7. He just blitzed right through there, man. Ball's knocked backward by the Bulls. That's a knock on somewhere in there. So Nordkia knocked it on. Backwards, then knocked on by. And then Elric Lowe knocked it on. So it should be a scrum to the Stormers here. 32 minutes off the clock, folks. Hey, Garrett, what's going on? Nick Muller, Andre Mostart, David Chandler, Sinette, hello to you. Crouch. Bind. Possession and territory are almost equal. Stay square. And this is the first scrum that's held up. And they dig it out. Unger to Sasha. Sasha breaks free. He's on the loose. Up the midfield looking for help. He kicks it forward to the wing. Is it going to get on? Come on. Hang in there. Hang in there. Hang in there. Hang in there. Oh, Leyland Zaz couldn't get there. Oh, my goodness. He ran 40 meters and almost got there. Was it a 50-22 is the question. I don't know where he kicked it at. I forget. I think it was past midfield. He had the right idea, but Leyland Zaz just couldn't get there. So Bulls have a line out. Yeah, it's just past midfield. One bounce. Leyland Zaz is way back. He gives chase. That would have been an epic try. Bulls have the line out successful from their 5-meter line. That was something else. Now, that's what Sasha shows his brilliance there. DeVette kicks it from his 5-meter line. Finds touch. Looks like a good clearance kick. That's a very good clearance kick by Paul DeVette, former Stormer. My goodness. So the Stormers will get the ball, but out about just a little bit further than Sasha kicked it to the corner a few minutes ago. Just over the 10-meter line. Dion Free is out of the game. What the hell? I hope he's not injured. The ball pops loose. Kurt Learnse breaks free from a tackle. And then he's taken down by Paul de Villiers, who just came in the game. Caden Moody goes out wide. There's no defenders over there. There goes de Klerk. He gets it to Elric Lowe. Elric Lowe. Oh, my goodness. There's no defenders. And now they have Paul DeVette inside of 22. Finally, the Bulls are tackled all the way up the pitch. And a penalty for not releasing. Elric Lowe not happy. Warwick finally gets himself into the game and wins a penalty for the Stormers. Time on, we're going is the call. And is that Kuno's getting some treatment there? Sasha kicks it down the pitch on the penalty. And so the Stormers will take it back the other. We got a Bull down here at the 48-meter line. Kuno is getting treatment. So the official wants to keep the game going despite two players being down on the pitch. Stormers taking all day to get up there. It's Sebastian de Klerk getting a treatment. Something wrong with his ankle. That's not good. He's getting some treatment to his foot. Good crowd at Loftus, folks. Sea of blue in that lower tier on the western side of the stadium. My goodness. So de Villiers is out now. Diamani's coming in now. Paul de Villiers just came in. Diamani comes in for him. Gee, many crickets. Paul de Villiers is not even out there for a minute. He's got blood bin. And Diamani's back now. So Dion Free went off. Here's a line out for the Stormers now, just inside the 10-meter line. That one's unchallenged. Andre Smith comes down with it. They're into a maul. They haven't really done anything with the maul today. Now they're driving forward a little bit. There they go. There they go, but close to that touchline. Be careful, boys. Still going. Down to the 22. Andre Hugafenta breaks free. He needs support. Ball's available. Stefan Unger sees space. He runs up the middle, but they chase him down. Going to come back for a penalty as it's knocked on. Swimming around. Come back over here. Penalty against Elric Lowe for swimming around in that rolling maul. Stormers getting stronger and stronger as the half goes on here. They'll need to put some points on the board here just before halftime. They're not going for the points on the scoreboard, but rather the try. So Sasha's kicking for the corner here. Let's see what the mark is. Not a very good mark. Villy LaRue is in the game now. De Klerk is out. So Villy LaRue comes on early. Just 3 minutes left in the half. This is a terrible kick. They only gained about 7 meters. So about 15 meters out. Diamante comes down with it. There comes Andre Hugafenta bouncing off the first tackle of Caden Moody. Still going down to about 8 meters away. Stefan Unger trying to dig it out. He gets it over to, I can't see who that is. Now it's Diamante. Diamante. He's tackled. The ball squirts loose. And Jean-Louis Rudolph dives on the ball. I thought you're not allowed to dive on the ball like that. That ball squirts loose. Marcel Tunison now. So the Stormers turn it over deep. Ronell tries to steal. They got numbers on the outside here, the Bulls do. Forster now cuts back inside. Oh, that's lost forward. He placed it, but it was lost forward, but not seen by the official. Unfortunately for the Stormers, that ball was lost forward, but not seen by the official. So big turnover with just a couple minutes left in the first half. When the Stormers, it all starts because Sasha Feinberg and Unguzul can't get a 5-meter line out. Villy LaRue kicks it, stays in play, taken down there by Hilant. Hilant all the way back to the 22. There goes Sasha. He's tackled at the 22. Bulls not rolling away. Stefan Unger hands it off to Andre Hugafenta. Back at the 22. So will the Stormers go for 3 points here? Oh, they got outside. Leyland Zos gets tackled. Oh, the Stormers throw it away. Who's got it? A penalty for being off their feet. Yeah. So I would take the 3 points here with a minute and a half left since Sasha proved he can't find a corner. So what are we going to do here? We got a player down now. It's Sasha. Time is off. He said time off, and the time is still rolling. He said time off. The clock is still running. He said time off before 39 minutes. What the hell's going on here? He said, can I start the minute? The shot clock's at 30. This is all bullshit. The timekeeper's letting the clock run. They're going for the points. Sasha was injured, so they gave him timeout here. Now it says he's got 15 seconds left. He's got 45. So there won't be a restart here. This will be the half. He's going to get that one. And 10-7, Stormers lead at half. Wow. Halftime, 10-7, Stormers. Stormers having a hard time getting this ball in touch. Here it goes, finally. Okay, that's halftime. Oof. My goodness. Wow. 10-7, halftime. My goodness, what a half. 10-7, halftime. Get the halftime marker up here. My goodness, that was something else. Stormers got strong as half went on. The Bulls looked like they were tiring out a little bit there. So concerns there. I hope that Deon Free is not injured. He went out. That was disappointing to say the very least. Where's the halftime marker at? There it is, halftime. It's halftime here at Loftus Versfeld, where the Stormers lead 10-7. So, enjoy this for a few moments, folks.
Under the southern sun, the green and gold shine bright. On the field of honor, they battle with all their might. From the scrums to the tries, they always find their way. Springboks rising higher day after day. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue. From the dusty fields to the world stage they've roared. Legends carved in history, their spirit soared. In the hearts of a nation, they ignite the flame. Every tackle, every try, echoing their name. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue. Through the blood, the sweat, the tears, and the pain, they carry the hopes of a country like a chain. From the whistles blow to the final play, they prove their greatness every single day. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue.
Well, Springbok glory there at halftime, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, some really good play here in the first half by a few players, a few others sleeping, and some injury concerns here as we saw Villy LaRue come into the game for Sebastian de Klerk. Also, Deon Free left the game for Paul de Villiers, who was only in for about a minute before he left for what appeared to be a blood bin, replaced by Haichivi Daimane. So early substitutions. Beautiful skies in Loftus, or at Loftus. And so, oh man, that's a ridiculous hairstyle she's got on. Looks like she's got snakes on her head. Mallett's out there with looking to see who's out there. So Nick Mallett's out there speaking at halftime. A couple other players. But now we're watching replays here. Couple tries overturned in this game, folks. One for the Bulls, one for the Stormers. Hotzenberg's right boot just catching touch and a knock on by Paul DeVet. Both stopping tries. Mars van de Vesthuizen has been pretty good so far in this game. Just caught that boot. What a shame. But the Stormers come back down 2 players. Some dumb mistakes made by Sasha Feinberg, Ugumzula, but also some brilliant play on his part. That pass from Sasha doesn't look forward watching the replay. Unkubanibani out there at the halftime, and Stephen Kitsoff on the pitch talking. All right, Kitsoff. Well, he looks a lot shorter now. They all look short. Got a bunch of dinosaurs running around the pitch right now, which they tend to do at halftime out there. A lead at the halftime is good. It is, Rian. It is halftime. So, you know, now that we're through the first half, why don't we listen to this real quick? Well, actually, in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to do a couple things here. Put this on mute. Okay, turn that off. And then I don't have a Bulls song yet. I haven't done one. I've got a Sharks, a Stormers song, and I've got, who's the other one I've got? Yeah, another one. But here's the Stormers song.
From the mother city where the mountains rise, capped on and sheer under sapphire skies, legends are born in the shadow of Table Bay. They lace up their boots and take the field to play. The Stormers strike, the thunder roars, try after try they open the doors. Champions of the Western Cape, rugby's heartbeat takes its shape. Ruinell running like the wind, Dion for it tackles with a champion's grin. Brian Habana's speed leaves the world behind. They build the legends brick by grind. Super Rugby to the URC, Stormers carve their history. Stormers strike, the thunder roars, try after try they open the doors. Champions of the Western Cape, rugby's heartbeat takes its shape. Ignite. Western Cape under stadium lights. South Africans lead with heart and trade. Rugby kings with their skills displayed.
Halftime at Loftus Versfeld, where the Stormers are leading the Bulls 10-7 on the strength of a late kick from Sasha Feinberg Ugumzulu. So if the Stormers could win a bonus point victory here, which is a far way off, they're going to need 3 more tries here. That would give them 41 points. They already have a 99-point positive differential, so presumably they would keep at least that much. 41 points would tie them with Ulster and with Leinster. If they could score more points, they can move back up into second place. So the Stormers could move from 6th back to second place with a bonus point victory here today, but they're going to have to turn it up in the second half. This 3-point victory crap isn't going to work. They need a victory period. They haven't won in a month, Sundays to say the least. Yeah, so the Stormers could stay where they're at, or they could move all the way up from 6th to second place on the log on points and point differential. So, yeah. Yeah, point differential for the Stormers would put them, right now they have 294 points to their credit, and they've given up 192. So they're at 102 points differential, which puts them ahead of Leinster, which is 66, and just 2 points behind Ulster. And a bonus point victory would put them at 41 points on the log, just behind Glasgow, who has 9 bonus points. The Stormers just 4 bonus points. That's what's killing them. These last 3 games have destroyed them. Even though they lost these games, even losing the games, they could have at least got bonus points in all the games. It would have been helpful, but that wasn't the case. After 11 games, they have just 4 bonus points. That's pathetic. Of the 8 teams in playoff contention, that's the lowest. The Bulls only have 6. Everyone else has 7, 8, or 9 bonus points after 11 games. Connacht, which is just out of the playoffs right now, has 10 bonus points in 12 games. Jeez. A losing record that's kept them in the playoff hunt. 5 wins, 7 losses, but 10 bonus points have kept them in the hunt. So waiting for the halftime statistics to come up from the Bulls at Loftus, and for the players to come back out on the pitch. Replacements look like they're making their way out now, so that's coming a little quicker than we expected. After this, of course, we've got the final game of the Six Nations with Scotland on the road at Aviva Stadium against Ireland. Tough row for them to hoe, but they need to get it done today if they want to win the Six Nations. Yep, and they need a bonus point victory. I need to hope that that either England somehow beats France, don't hold your breath on that one, or that they don't get a bonus point victory at least. So, Stormers, who led the league by a wide margin for most of the season, halfway through the season, I should say, 8 wins, no losses. Now 8 wins and 3 losses on the log, and this is a makeup game here. So, waiting for the team to come back out of the tunnel here. $30,000. That sounds about right. Yep. Hey, Dylan, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Better late than never. Cheetah's jersey out in the stands. Sharks jersey right next to it. And the Bulls are back out on the pitch. Just turn off that. Turn this back on. So we're ready to get started with the second half. I'll take the halftime marker down now. All right, so the Stormers back out on the pitch now. We're ready for start second half, 15 aside. 2 yellow cards in that first half. Stormers down for about 7 minutes with just 13 players, and they held on, gave up no points after giving up that penalty try. So Bulls from left to right. Ball gets kicked in the middle, knocked backwards, but recovered by the Stormers. It's knocked backwards by Kane and Mooney. Mkuno driving forward as a bird flies across the pitch. He places the ball. Stefan Unger having a hard time getting it as one of the Bulls is kicking the players. Stefan Unger kicks it. It goes about 10 or 12 meters. Knocked backwards by the Stormers, but picked up by Elric Lowe, who was offside. No call on that. Never retreated. That should have been a penalty on the Bulls. That's a forward pass by Billy LaRue. And not called. That was a clear forward pass, and then Forster's thrown into touch. But how is he not in touch? Unbelievable what's going on here. Bulls with the ball. Marcel Coetzee. Devet tries to slip through, but he's tackled. Rowan Vermaak with a carry. Devet goes to the short side. Steenkamp with a carry. Devet to Forster. Forster gets it inside the 22. Bulls now on the front foot. Marcel Coetzee. That's a forward pass again to Nortkia. Not called again. Another forward pass. And that's... the Bulls now, it's pinching on ever tight. That means the wings are going to open up. De Villiers can't quite get it. He's back out there replacing Daimani. Must have been a blood bin. There's a very slow pace out here as Creel is tackled on the far side. Oh, Vermaak driven backwards hard by the Stormers. Andre Smith with a tackle. They come back this way to Marcel Coetzee. Tough sledding for the Bulls right now. About 10 meters out. They're keeping it, drawing it in. They're going to get that wing open here before too long and then throw a pass out there. Marcel Coetzee playing scrum half. He gets it back to Pollard. Pollard, now we come out to the open side. Ville puts it right through the pass into the hands of Kane and Moody. Moody drives forward, still going. Finally, ball's available. Forster playing scrum half. Nordkia now, driven backwards. De Vet digs it out. Steenkamp runs it underneath Fouché and Ben Jason Dixon. No penalties so far. Kuna rolls away. Pollard. Villedreau kicks it through. And it's going to go into touch. So the Stormers hold up on defense there. Villedreau kicked it, but no wing chased it. That ball is kicked by Hunt down the midfield where it's picked up by Creel. He comes back this side. Curtly Arnsay, did they throw it away? No. Knocked on. A couple mistakes. It'll be a scrum to the Stormers. Looks like Suleiman Hatzenberg is down. I think that's who it is. Grabbing his chest there. Didn't see what happened there. No, it's Khalant who's down. Oh, yeah, he was hit in the chest by Creel. Wow, no card on that. Is that going to be looked at? Let's see this again. Warwick Halant. Oh, yeah, that should be a card. That should be a card.
Ball landed. Captain.
Yep, that should have been a card.
Just like their number 4 earlier, who could clearly pull out there. Your number, I think it's number 15, just shoulder checks him after the kick, so it's going to be a penalty where the ball landed. 15 meters in, so I'm going to give you time to get back. Yeah.
You're lucky there against the Bulls. They caught a break. It should have been a card. Creel should have gotten a card on that one. That was a shoulder charge. And he's like, what do you mean? Dude, you're lucky you didn't get a card. Stop complaining. Okay, Sasha kicks it down the pitch for the penalty. It's going to be down around 30-something. So the Stormers will be in Bulls territory here. 4 of the last 5 penalties have been on the Bulls. Okay, Bulls got some changes now. Vasels comes in. Shaquani comes in. And Mornay Smith. The entire front row for the Bulls is out. Stormers line out. And Ben Jason Dixon comes down with it over to Unger. Tennyson with the carry. He's tackled. Marcel Tennyson, the unsung hero. Just gets it done game after game. Again, Super Sports coverage sucky, breaking up. That's going to be kicked inside 22, and the mark will be taken by Kane and Moody at the 5-meter line, 4-meter line. So not the best decision there, kicking it into the air. So here's the free kick. It's going to go into touch. Let's see what the line out is. That'll get the Stormers down around the 22 now. So not the best at kicks from Keenan Moody. Looks like the lineout's right at the 22. Everybody in the west end of the stadium in the shadows. The rest of the stadium in the sun. 45-14. Comfortable 24 degrees at game time. Celsius. Here's the lineup. Successful. Jason Dixon comes down with it. Paul DeVilliers spins away. That's look like it might have been a little bit forward. Inside the 22. Tackle there. Stefan Unger over the middle. Unger digs it out for another ruck. Mkunu. He breaks off a tackle, goes forward. Ball's available. Stefan Unger. Sasha, that's forward. That lost. Picked up by Suleiman Hatzenberg. It's going to be a forward pass. Yep, definitely. Stormers give up the ball. Gentlemen, you're going to have to start getting tries here. We need a bonus point victory, not just a win. That's clearly a forward pass by Sasha Feinberg-Ngumzulu. And then lost forward too, so... Yes, the Stormers do need to start winning again. They need to start winning in fine fashion like they used to win. (46-38). Crouch. Crouch. Bind. Set. And a collapse straight away. I think looked like the Bulls went down first. Going to reset it though. 47 minutes off the clock. Going to reset the scrum. Brand new front row for the Bulls, so not a surprise if there's any challenges here. All three front rowers replaced. Stormers still with the original three in the front row. Crouch. Bind. It's a Bulls scrum. Set. 47 minutes, 36 seconds off the clock. And the Bulls go down again. Penalty to the Stormers. Wow. Disaster for the Bulls. Now go for that corner, boys. Collapsing the scrum. Let's kick it to the corner here. Get ourselves... Okay, let's see what the mark is. Hopefully it's around the 5-meter line. It's about 7 meters. So now we need a rolling maul to come into play. All right, need a good line out here from the Stormers. 48-20. Andre Hugafento throw it in. It's about 9 meters, not 8. They come away with it, and it's collapsed. No penalty called. Andre Hugafento breaks away with the ball, but it's pushed back to about 10 or 12 meters. Unger to De Villiers. Jan-Hendrik Vessel's making a nuisance of himself. Marcel Tennyson burrows through. Stormer's still kind of far away, though. Schickerling now going to pull it out of the back of that pile. He drives forward. There it goes. Down to about 6 meters. Andre Smith now. The Stormers trying to use brute force here. Advantage. They have an advantage now in front of the post. Ben Jason Dixon. Offside. Another advantage. They go wide. Sasha. Oh. And that ball is knocked down by Creel. The knock on. We're going to come back for the penalty. Eight, 5, 7, offside. 3 guys. So 2 were offside the first time, 1 the second time. You're going to take the points? Yeah. shot. And what they're arguing about, this is 3 points right in front of the post. You can't pass these up. Sasha will line it up here. 50 minutes off the clock. Here comes the kick from right in front of the post. Somewhere there's a clock here, 20 seconds. And he gets it, 13-7. Here's the restart. Taken down there by Damon Willemse successfully. Stefan Unger digs it out. Mkunu driving on this side. She fights through Jean-de Rudolph's tackle. Bulls struggling here in the second half. Stefan Unger over the top goes the kick. Going to go past midfield. Taken back there by Villy LaRue. He offloads to Katie Moody. He's tackled. Moody runs into a brick wall. He's tackled, and the Bulls lost about 7 meters on that exchange. DeVette trying to dig it out. Counter ruck coming from the Stormers, looking pretty good. Have they got the turnover? Not yet. The ball's still there. And now they get a penalty. Great counter ruck by the Stormers gets them a penalty here. Yeah, so Marcel Coetzee asking about a high tackle, but referee is saying that it was clearly what's going on here.
Timo has just cleared it. There was a secondary tackler. He was clearly dipping into it. So there was head contact, but it's not necessarily foul play because he fell into it. I'm not going to take that spray. Just like Sasha sprayed me in the first half, I'm not going to take it from Jan Hendrik. Thank you.
Yep,
He gets
there you
called
go.
out. Hit by.
Yep, there you go. Jan Hendrik Vesel's running his mouth. So that's going to result in another 10 meters for the Stormers. And now we're going to go for the points. Going to take the 3 points here. Sasha puts it down, line it up. Once again, Super Sports broadcast is messed up. Can't see it. Thank you, Jimmy. This can make it a 2-score game if he can make this not nearly as easy as the last kick. And his first kick was wide to the left early in the game. He's got the height and distance. Says it's wide. Looked pretty good to me, so no points. 53 minutes off the clock. That would have been huge if we gotten those 3 points, but no, we didn't get them. So the Bulls will have to kick it. Pollard from inside of 22. Doesn't go very far with it. Oh, Andre Smith goes way up in the air for the ball. Looks like he might be hurt. He hit the ground hard. Sasha. Stormers now. Looking for a space back there inside of 22. Nice kick. Wow, brilliant kick. Puts it down around 5 meters. Warchalant, nice kick. And Andre Smith's definitely hurt. That hurt. He was way up in the air, landing on his back square. It definitely had to knock the wind out of him. It was an incredible take, but then he fell to the ground. My goodness, that was wicked. So the clock is stopped at 54:04 as they tend to Andre Smith, but I think he might be coming out of the game. My goodness. Let's see. They're not re-showing it. Right here they're showing us the 2 fly halves. Andre Smith is up and moving, but he's kind of trotting over slowly. He just told Chandra Rudolph, if it's a clear rip on the ball, you should be strong enough to get it. That was pretty funny. Chandra Rudolph. Stormer's looking stronger, but the points aren't racking up. This would be a good time to steal a line out. Sasha's kicked 337 meters to Pollard's 61. All right, here comes front row changes for the Stormers. JJ Kotza, Verna Matongo, and Sazi Sandi come on the pitch. All three brand new players out there for the Stormers now. It's a Bulls line out from their 5-meter line. Only 3 in the line out. They get it. Duvet to Marcel Coetzee, up to about 8 or 9 meters. Ball's available. Unger sends it back for a clearance kick from Pollard. Pollard sends it down the pitch. Ball's going to find touch. It'll be a Stormers line out. And 2 Bulls coming on the pitch now. 6 and 8 are going out for the Bulls. Who's going out? Come on, quit showing us the stands. Jean-Andre Rudolph went out and Marcel Coetzee. So now Ruan Norkia becomes the captain. Nizam Carr comes in. Didn't see who the other one was. Line out for the Stormers successful into a rolling maul and pick up 6-7 meters. Now it stops. An advantage, yeah. 2 advantages for the Stormers. These are makeable kicks again. Kick through, picked up by Sasha. He loses the ball. Oh, that's tipped forward by the Bulls. Come on. That wasn't a realistic chance to get that ball. So, yep, deliberate knock on by Kane and Mooney. That's a yellow card. Yep. Yellow card. Exactly, that's what I said. That wasn't realistic for him to get it. Clock is stopped, 55:32.
Just give me a second. Just give me... Ruan. Just listen to me. I had it as a deliberate knock-on by 13. I've just got cleared by the TMO. It's definitely not a deliberate knock-on. Yeah, happy with that, but it's an offside there or a...
so no yellow card.
Penalty. So you've got an option here or option there.
Sash, you want to go corner?
So it was my mistake. I thought it was deliberate. Clearly they proved me wrong. Yeah. There were 2 guys, you and another guy. Okay. I'll have a look at it. It's not the way that I saw it.
Doesn't really matter. You've got an offside here. So take your pick there.
Are we good to go? Do you want this?
So Kane and Mooney catch the break there. I didn't think it was a realistic chance to get that. It looked to me like it was deliberate, but the replay, they overruled him. They're kicking for the corner here now. All right, here we go. Let's see if they can get a rolling maul here. Yeah, that wasn't realistic. He was offside anyway when he did it. Maul is successful. 5 meters, 4 meters. They're getting close to touch, though. And they're driven into touch. Come on, Stormers. Oh, but we got a penalty advantage here. Mornay Smith called for the penalty. Do the 5-meter line out again. Having the line out again. But that means to go back to 9 meters again. Oh, yeah. Definitely. But somehow they picked up meters on it. I don't understand how that is. If we're redoing the line out, it should be in the same spot. 5-meter line out now. JJ Kotza throws it in. Now they're into a maul. Stormers now would want to get same pressure. There they go. They're going to cross. An easy try. There we go. Paul de Villiers. .56-46 as Stormers drive it across. Wow. Wow. De Villiers. The flanker gets it in. Off the bench try for the Stormers. That's better. He misses the kick. And the Stormers kick it right back into touch. Warkalant kicks it into touch, so that's not good. Going to come back. So it'll be a Bulls line out. Shame. That's a big mistake by the Stormers there. They get possession and get right back. So the conversion is not good, and it's 18-7. Line out is long, dropped, been picked up. Play on is the call. Big hit by the Stormers. Ben Jason Dixon there. Paul DeVette. Lost forward by the Bulls. And it's going to be a scrum to the Stormers now. Elric Lowe, did he lose it forward? 59 minutes. 2 tries on the board now for the Stormers. Need 2 more. Need 2 more. They'll only move up the 4th position if they don't get that bonus point. With a bonus point, they can move up to 1st position. Right now, they have the 2nd position. It will put them in 2nd place if they got a bonus point, but they need 2 more tries. All right, scrum to the Stormers. Down to the last 20 minutes of the game here in just a moment. Bind. Set. Stormers lost those 2 scrums early. This one's going wonky here. Penalty against the Bulls. Stormers win another scrum. It was Mornay Smith, tight head, collapsed. All right, so Sasha needs to get us some territory here. See how he does. He's had a up and down game, to say the least. Is he going to find touch? He will find touch, but where's the mark going to be? Down around the 10-meter line, maybe? Excuse me. Matthew Dixon is funny. All right, 45-meter line out here. JJ Kotza will throw it in for the Stormers. Not challenged. They coming down with it. Stefan Unger over the middle. Stormers need 2 more tries here. Get that bonus point. Call to use it. Stefan Unger high into the air. It's going to go about 10 meters. Knocked backwards and into the hands of JJ Kotza. Stormers. Sasha has it now. He kicks it through, looking for space. Down around the 22, it bounces into touch. Villard pointing out that it was outside the 22, but it wasn't a 50-22 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Bulls line out from their 22. Stolen by the Stormers again. Another line out stolen by the Stormers. Ben Jason Dixon spins around. He's looking for help, but he throws it away. It's knocked on by the Stormers, or is it? Yes, it is. Yeah. Willemse couldn't quite secure it, so it's a knock on. Bulls will get the ball back. Stormers lose another great opportunity to score. With 18 minutes left in the game, this is not the time to be turning the ball over for either side. It's a poor pass by Ben Jason Dixon. Willemse just couldn't secure it. Scrum to the Bulls, middle of the pitch. There's end of the field. Down to the final 17 minutes of this contest. Stormers in control, but this could go sideways very easily. And the Stormers need a bonus point victory, not simply a victory here. To right the ship, they need a bonus point victory. It's a big boost in confidence with a bonus point victory. Set. Oh, big push by the Stormers. No penalty. Wow, they blew apart the Bulls scrum, and they get away with it. Harold Forster now tackled over here brilliantly by Sasha Feinberg-Ungumzulu, gets out of the way. They get up to about midfield to the Bulls, and that ball stripped loose. It goes backwards. Good break, and that's knocked on. Villy LaRue, that's a knock on, buddy. Terrible pass to Villy. He has to pick it up off the turf. And the Bulls are just not getting it together here in the second half. Yep. It's a terrible pass. The clock has stopped at 63:26. I don't know what's going on out here. We got some discussion going on with Marius van der Westhuizen and with his TMO Marius Jonka. So what's going on here? Uh-oh. A punch by Ben Jason Dixon. That'll be a red card if he gets it. That'll be a red card if he gets in trouble here. Uh-oh, this is not good. That is not the replay I need to see. Okay, so they're not going to look at it. Lucky for the Stormers there. So their choices for man of the match, not impressive. Devet, Lowe, Arnsay, none of them done much in this game. Andre Hugefender, David Willemse, neither one of them done all that much either. I'd say Ungerer right now, or Marcel Tennyson. Oh, they are looking for foul play. Boy, Ben Jason Dixon better pray, because this will be a red card. So let's see. Ill discipline. They're going to look at the screen. Can't find the... Waiting to see. So I have to wait for the angle to get it. Okay, here we go. So there's the tackle. Oh. That was a drove him to the ground, so we're not going to see it there. Maybe from here. This is from the top of the stadium now. Yep, I don't see any clear. I see him. Oh, it's a punch by the Bulls, not by the Storm. It's an open hand.
Kicking action. We just need to make sure whether it's a close, whether it's a fist or whether it's a.
Yeah, we're going to check this.
So they said it was Ben Jason Dixon. It wasn't him. He was the one hit.
If it's not a clear.
No, you got to go back to the top of the stadium. That's the only angle to see here.
Like the angle I can see it.
Yeah, so
an open hand.
Marius, I'm not sure if you can repeat. I can clearly see there's a swing there, and I cannot see whether it's a closed fist, whether it's a push with an open hand. Can you confirm whether it's either one? Because if it's a punch, we're going to go permanent red, and if it's a shove in the face, we're going to go
Yellow.
Off-field review.
Guys, this is
Okay,
taking
so
some time.
Marius,
We
what
all
I
now
can tell
know
you
where to throw a
is there's
punch
no
in the
clear
field.
evidence
Just
of
other
it
side
being
the
a
10 yard.
clenched fist. However, it's very clear there is a hand in the face,
Now we can find
a striking
no
action,
punches,
but
only
not
one.
confirming whether it's a clenched fist.
Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you.
So they're gonna go to
I've got
booth
that
review.
mark. I need number 19, please.
Yeah, it's not Ben Jason Dixon.
It's clear. So the only thing that we couldn't see was whether it was a clenched fist or whether it was a push-in, but it's going to be yellow and it's going to be reviewed. It might still be upgraded to a 20-minute red.
Yep, he said permanent red. Cobus Visa, I didn't even know he was in the game. So now the Stormers have a man advantage here, and this could help them get their 2 tries. So yellow card on the Bulls there. Very bad discipline there. So the review will be going on now. Sasha Fumber Umzul kicks to the corner. Player just confirmed as an open hand, so the Stormers player just saved him. Just saved him there. Advantage collapsing. So the Stormers now playing advantage already. Going to come back here. Collapsing them all. They'll kick for the corner most likely here. 5 and 21. So things are going from bad to worse for the Bulls. The Stormers need to get a try here very quickly with just about 15.5 minutes left on the clock. So Sash will kick to the corner. So collapsing them all. Stormers going for touch here. All right, that should be around a 5-meter line out. That rolling ball was deadly last time. Let's see if they can pull it off this time. Oh, here it is. This is a great angle here. Yeah, it's an open hand. Yep, that was definitely an open hand. That was the best angle there. So Cobus Visa will probably stick with the yellow card. 6-meter line out. The Stormers need a good one here, boys. They have it uncontested. Now they go into a maul. Stormers trying to drive. Looks like it might be collapsing. Not yet. Come on, push it, push it. There they go. Now they're driving forward. Now they're driving. They got an advantage again. They're going to go across. Come on, boys. 1 meter out. He's over. There's the try. Stormers try. And a yellow card. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Who got the yellow card? Wow. I didn't see who got the try. I don't see who got the try, and I didn't see. It's a penalty try, actually. Stays the yellow card. So 25, it's a penalty try. I didn't see what the hell happened there. Here's a restart. Taken by Leyland Zas. Kick back down the pitch. I'll get the score up in a moment here. Villarreal gets it over to Pollard, who's been a non-factor in this game. Pollard tackled the 45-meter line. Stormers, that ball comes loose. Picked up by the Stormers. And the Bulls turn it over. Oh, now the Bulls are going to get it back. The Bulls have stolen it back. Out to the wing goes the Kanan Moody. Somebody better get over there. Oh, that's bullshit. Zach Berger with a try. Zach Berger. Took a bad bounce on Willemse. Couldn't get to it. Berger just came in the game. My goodness. Let's get this updated here now. Berger got that try at 66:44. Stormers need one more try. Okay, Stormers have Wandesili Similani coming on now for Hotzenberg. Okay, 12 minutes remain. 2 Bulls on the bench, yellow cards. Missed tackle there. Now the Bulls running it up the pitch. Kanan Moody finally tackled. Zach Berger back to the middle. Nizam Carr. Stormers out of position here. They better get back. Forster, not held in the tackle, gets up and goes, but he never released the ball. That should have been a turnover. He never released the ball. Nizam Carr tackled short of the 10-meter line. Zach Berger comes to this side. Nordkia still out there. He's tackled. Side entry. That should have been a penalty on Vesels. He just blew in there and blew a player off it. That's a penalty not called. Damon Willemse gets the ball, fights off Kanan Moody. Willemse, Harold Forster, nice tackle at midfield. Stormers have the ball and need another try with 11 minutes left in this game. Want that bonus point, not just a victory here. They're up 2 players for the moment. 2 Bulls on the bench for yellow cards. The ball's dropped backwards, knocked. Oh. Pollard drops it, but then he fights off 2 tackles, and the Stormers are out of sorts as Pollard comes up the pitch. Villy LaRue down the sideline. Villy throws it back inside, but there is Ruan Nell with the ball. Ruan Nell driving forward, down to about the 10-meter line. Ball squirts loose, knocked backwards, picked up by Willemse. Willemse kicks it forward, inside of 22. The chase is on. None of the Bulls are chasing it there. It's going to be a bonus point if he can get there. Diamante, the Bulls screw up. What were they doing? What were the Bulls doing? They're standing around as that ball's kicked forward, and we have the bonus point as high-achieving Diamante chases the ball down while the Bulls stand around with their fingers in their backside. Unbelievable. This is what happens when a team doesn't want to win. Willemse kicks the ball forward. The Bulls just stand around. Nizam Carr chases it, but he's the only one within ages of it. Diamante with a try. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a kick by Willemse. What a chase by Diamante. Wow. Wow. Sasha better hurry. He's got 7 seconds on the clock. 5. Kick is good. And there's your bonus point, baby. 32-14. Wow. Here's the restart. Here's a kick from the Stormers. Ball bounces up in the air. Caught by Creel. Creel's got it, but he's being held up. He can't get his knee to the ground. He did get the knee to the ground finally. Ball's thrown over the middle to Villy LaRue. Villy LaRue is tackled. He can't get released. The ball. Zach Berger kicked forward by the Stormers. The chase is on, but there's a knock on. Ah, shame. Look like Jonathan O'Shea came into the game there for the Stormers. Look like they're going to score again there for a moment. 8 minutes left on the clock. Wow. Hey, Charles Edward Cook. So Willem say now is the top vote getter for man of the match. Crouch. Gonna have a quick switch over to the next game because we're almost there. Crouch. You'll be redirected to the Scotland-Ireland game for the Six Nations finale. Set. 32-14 now. All right, it's going to reset the scrum here. So the Stormers now with a 6 and 12, 18-point advantage here. 18 points would take them 117, clearly ahead of everyone else. 41 points would put them second place, back up second place, pushing ahead of Ulster. Behind, 6.5 minutes remain. Set. Big push by the Stormers here. Offside by Diamani. They come back. Yeah, he was definitely early. Rushed up there. Diamani. Offside. So Pollard, who's been a non-factor in this game, looking for touch. He'll find it. Where's the mark? About 17 meters. And Cobus Visa is back into the game now after his yellow card expired. Down to one yellow card. Marco van Staden. That's who got the other card. Imad Khan is in the game for the Stormers, and I think Jonathan Roche too, so that clears the bench. 6 in the line out. 5.5 minutes remain. The ball's lost backwards by Zach Berger. Nope, it's going to be a knock-on. Bad pass out of the line out. It's going to turn over the Stormers. It's just been an ugly, ever since about 25 minutes in this game, 30 minutes in this game, it's just been ugly for the Bulls. Gotten worse and worse. Perhaps Zach Berger shouldn't be walking around with a bizarre mullet. That might help him improve his game. Less than 5 minutes remain here. 10 minutes to the next game, which is Ireland hosting Scotland, folks. Crouch. Bind. Set. Playing an advantage, the Stormers are. Khan trying to dig it out. It's an advantage here. Cracking under pressure. Stormers win another scrum after losing their first two. They really cleaned this thing up. Low-scoring game. It's 10-7 at halftime, folks. 10-7 at halftime. But 22 points in the second half here. Should have been 24. And 2 missed kicks could have made it 30 points in the second half. Ball's kicked into touch by Sasha with 4 minutes remaining. Someone checked the Bulls change room. Yeah. Well, they knew the game started. They were leading 7-0. Both sides have had a try erased. Line out successful. Stormers up to midfield. Audrey Smith with a carry. Khan trying to dig it out. Bulls side entry there by Elric Lowe. Khan over the top. It's going to be short of the 22. Kanan Moody takes it right in front of the 22. Dancing. Ben Jason Dixon misses a tackle. But then the tackle's made. Ball's placed. Norkia. Pollard. Pollard kicks it over to the wing. And out there waiting is De Klerk? No, De Klerk's out of the game. Excuse me. It's not De Klerk. Who is that? It's Markov on Staden. Bulls come crashing into the line. Clock is ticking down on less than 3 minutes remain. Creel to Villy LaRue to Kanan Moody. Cuts back inside. That was an obstruction, not called. And it's stolen by the Stormers. Moody passed it right to the Stormers. Willemse now with the ball on the far side of the pitch. A nice pass to Similani. Similani on the outside. He's tackled. Trying to release the ball. And the Bulls with a counter ruck. Zach Berger back this way. He finds Forster. Forster does a dummy. Tricking nobody, tackled by Ben Jason Dixon. Ball comes loose. Mornay Smith up the middle. He's tackled in midfield. Into Elric Lowe's hands. Kanan Moody down the sidelines. He's tackled by Khan. No, it's not Khan. It's Jonathan Roche. Villy LaRue with the ball. Harold Forster tackled. Bulls going nowhere. Less than 2 minutes remain. Zach Berger. Jan-Hendrik Vessels. He's tackled by Marcel Tennyson, who can't roll away. Tennyson tries to roll away. He does. Ron Norkia, who's put in a hell of a game today, but nothing happening for the Bulls here. Zach Berger does the dummy, then throws it away. And Kurt Laritze tries to save the ball. He's been a non-factor in this game. Kurt Lee's tackled. And over the ball are the Stormers. Nearly had it, but not quite. Elric Lowe tackled, this time by Jonathan Roche. Ball spins out. Villy LaRue has it. Villy LaRue, there's an obstruction by LaRue again. And Forster goes forward. Offside. How about the obstruction call? Villy LaRue twice now has obstructed players. Minute. And there goes Pollard. Up the middle by himself. Tackled about 15 meters out. And there's Ruan Nell. Sasha, as a penalty for Sasha diving on the ball. So they're playing a penalty advantage. You got less than a minute left. Stormers got to get outside to avoid that try. There it is. Kurtley Arnse is going to get an easy try on the outside. Kurtley Arnse. His 30th try. So 2 tries for Kurtley. So the first one wasn't his. It was overturned, excuse me. Harold Forster's down. There's the there is the final whistle. The hooter's gone off. That was an unnecessary try to give up there. Okay, 81 minutes. Let's go, fellas. We got to get to the Ireland game. Get this thing started. Sasha kicks it into play. Inside of 22. Fielded down there by Nizam Carr, who dropped it. Zach Berger, a knock on. That's going to be the game. And that's the game. Stormers win. Bonus point victory will put them back into second place after 3 consecutive losses. They go from first to sixth and back up to second. Marcel Tennyson, that might be my man of the match. He played very, very well. Congratulations to the Stormers on a critical victory. My goodness. Wow. So they pulled it off. They go up to the Highveld North-South Derby, and the South wins yet again. Dion Free is walking, so hopefully he's not injured. Maybe they're just getting him a certain amount of time in the game. It's the scrums that killed the Bulls. Their scrums started very well, but then they fell apart. Oh, excuse me. Stormers, congratulations. That moves them back up to second place on points differential. Dion Free, I'm not sure why he went out of the game, but it looks like he's okay. Final score is 32-19. Stormers win, but it wasn't as close as it sounds. All right, that's going to wrap it up. I'm here, folks. Thanks for being with us. Stick around. You're going to be able to watch Ireland play next against Scotland, and final score is 32-19. Let me get that yellow card off. I never did get that yellow card back off there. There we go. All right, and we'll be back with that in just a few minutes. Just got to get rid of one more thing here. There we go. All right, thanks. Scotland game coming up just moments away. Thank you very much for being here. Congratulations, Stormers. This is more like it. So we go to 9 wins and 3 losses on the season, second place on the log. All right, well, that's a good comeback now. They can start playing well again. That's going to do it from here. Cheers, everybody. See you in just a couple minutes, all right?